I take my boring standard head unit and replace it with this touchscreen. Roll the intro. What? Do you mean we don't have an intro? Like, do we have anything? Like, can you just like do a blank screen or something? Okay. Roll the blank screen. Hey guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to the vlog. Sorry about that intro. Just having a bit of crack, you know. What else are you gonna do in these times? Yeah, so as the title below says, I replaced my Sabb 9.3. So this is the standard head unit that came with my 2009 Sabb 9.3. I replaced it with this double-in 7-inch that is a Android 9.0. It's got DAB+, GPS, HD 1080p, steering wheel controls, all those kind of things. Reason that I decided to change it was, you know, like 11 years old. Things have moved on a bit. I wanted to have access to my Spotify account. I wanted a GPS. I was kind of getting annoyed with trying to have my phone up on a section and constantly scrolling and looking over. But so this is 7-inch, great display. I'll go into it more when I sit in the car. The reason I didn't do an install video on it was because I'd never installed them before. I didn't want to waste my time constantly stopping recording. It wouldn't have been very educational because obviously I didn't know what I was doing. So I installed it first, and this video is more of like what it like with it and how easy it was to install. I did have to buy a few extras. So, well, first of all, the stereo itself cost me about 62 euros. I'll just run through all the costs, what I had to buy extra. Okay, so the radio itself was 63.81 and an 11.24 to deliver it. This is all in euros. I had to buy a doubled-in fascia and a steering wheel control. That cost 78 euros and another 17 euros to deliver it. Now you need that because this unit, for any of the Sabb, will know that this is actually a whole built-in section. So you need to take it out in one go. Then I needed to buy a USB DAB aerial, which cost 21.74. An external mic, a stereo to aerial adapter cost me 5.82. Actually, the external mic cost 2.20. So the total cost of it came to, which I didn't think was too bad, was 230 cents, and that included all deliveries. And the main places they came from were the UK. Now, when you factor in how much 7-inch touchscreen, when you go with the higher end brands, to get one for 200 is pretty good. So to get all of that for 200 euros, I thought it was pretty good. The one main thing I had to buy with this was the Connects 2 Loom steering wheel stalk controller. The one problem I have with that, okay, maybe I'll just go into the positives and the negatives of each part. So let me just talk about the wiring. So the Connects 2 Loom, the problem I have with the Connects 2 Loom and the fascia, I hope I'm saying fascia right, fascia. I think it's fascia anyway. I'm going to go with fascia, and if it complains, just say it below. The one thing I will say about it is, on their website and all the forums, everything I went through, they don't give you the measurements. So I have the measurements of the touchscreen radio, but I don't have the measurements of the doubled-in that it's fitting into. And I only went by other reviews on other YouTube channels that had used similar size stereos to mine, but not actually mine. So it was a complete and utter guessing game. And I don't understand. So I will tag Connects 2 in this video, and I will ask them, can you not just put up your measurements on site? It would make everything so much easier. The loom itself, the connection was absolutely perfect. Everything was just plug and go, color coded, perfect. Still have the cage here. It was actually no good. And I still have the two outer sections. These are like little clips that go in between the fascia itself and the stereo, just to fill the gap. Now they did come in two different sizes, two different widths, and again, you don't know what sizes those are because there's nothing that tells you on site. So again, please, just it's something simple. But what I had to do on the piece that came with the stereo, so another one of these came with the stereo, I actually had to cut down 1 millimeter of each pillar, so I could just squeeze it on, and then I had to glue it so it would stay on. It was a pain in my hoop, but we got there. On the stereo design itself, and I try and sketch this out and do it. Okay, so here's my little design, my little drawing. Obviously not to scale. So this is the unit itself. This is the touchscreen part here. This is the center where it probably has got the CPU. This is the connection, so your loom connects in here and then it connects to the stereo. Okay, so touchscreen in the back, it's front and back. Okay, so the problem I have is with this lip here. Okay, and the reason that problem is the cage itself should slide through the unit, okay, and then it's meant to stop, and it securely holds that unit, okay. And then with these lips, you can see here, they grip the back of the stereo unit and hold it in place. Okay, so everything like fits like a stacking block, bit by bit by bit. So if this design was raised a little bit here and here, then the cage itself could easily grip those two sections onto it, and then this would sit in the back and it wouldn't shake around. So what I had to do was I had to manufacture 2 little pieces that would screw into the side, because there's 2 screw holes here for smaller cages, and I had to bend them back so as to grip like a wing system on, to like grip it on either side. That's the problem I have with the unit, but we'll have a look at it in the car now. Hi guys, I'm actually in the car, obviously. So this is the finished unit. This is what you pay for. As you can see, so this is the little gap. I can kind of just get my finger in here, and I'm not too sure if you can see how close I can get to it and see, but you can't really see the cuts here. So this is where I had to do a few cuts on that the kind of square frame. But let me just see what the unit's like when it starts up. Okay, so start up. So it's got your music, got radio. Now this is a third party. This is called, actually, you know what, I'm going to restart it again. So the third party app is called Agama. Gives you the logo, and then it automatically plays. I have it to start on radio. It's got a good bit of sound. Let's get that down. Okay, and you go back to the home screen on it. So you've got the clock goes off in the middle. You want to do radio, just drag it over. So you've got DAB, tune in, normal radio. Then you've got the navigation. Put everyone you want. You want to make a phone call, internet, apps. So just drag into apps. Click onto it. So as you can see, it's got the normal Play Store. A bit of a zoom there. Got all your bits and pieces. It works the exact same as any Android phone. If anyone has an Android phone, you can understand it. Calls, everything the same. So you just take off this unit, undo the 2 screws, pull it out, insert it, and then that's it. It's as simple as that. I do actually have it came today, is the reverse camera, so I might do a video on that. So if anyone wants to see me do that, then let me know. The positives that come out of it, positives are simple, it's easy to use. You just plug and play really. Once you've got all your nuts and bolts in, they literally just turn the key and turn it on. That's it, simple out. I connected my phone's Wi-Fi to it, downloaded some apps. I did download a third-party app and change the launcher on it, which I would highly recommend. I'll put a link down to that below. Other than that, it's absolutely a breeze. Everything connected, as I said, really easy. And if anyone has a Sabb out there, when you take out that stereo, there is a lot of room in the back to play with the cables. I was a bit nervous that I'd have all these cables squashed together, but no problem whatsoever. So I just want to say cheers for watching, and again, if you could just like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll try and get another video up soon. Okay, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.